Today's video, Sensei, is about what happened when I got, I guess, home, or maybe before that. I don't remember how the timeline worked out, but we got the announcement of the Prime card, son.
Yes.
October 14th. Actually, let me pull it up here. October 14th in Manchester. Now, there was a little bit of teasing that came after this card because we didn't know who the opponents would be, but we knew that KSI and Logan Paul would be fighting on the same card. Son, initial thoughts on that?
Fire. They've been talking about it potentially.
Yep.
You know, like the Prime Bros.
Yep.
Putting a card together. You know, I assume it would be KSI main and then Logan undercard.
Yeah,
or
they're
like
calling
co-main
it.
or
They're
like
calling it a
sharing.
double main, but let's be honest. There's a co-main and there's a main. The person that walks last is the main. Logan will be the co-main event here.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's hilarious that they can't. You're not gonna say co-main, but it makes sense in terms of Prime or whatever they're trying to do.
You want to make
know
both
what I
of them feel like they're massive stars because they are.
I knew
get
it was
that.
gonna happen. If these guys can come together and put together a freaking drink company like they do now, obviously they're gonna fight together.
Of course, yeah. I mean, this is going to be if you don't think this is going to be the biggest advertisement for Prime you've ever seen, you're out of your mind.
Oh yeah.
The build-up for the
Huge.
fights is going to be KSI and Logan in videos with Prime bottles out the ass. Like, there's going to be 1 inch of space on the screen where there's not a Prime bottle, and they're going to be doing something. Like, in every video. They're going to be swimming in a Prime pool.
They've been on it. I couldn't even believe I saw Terrence. I said,
Terrence
"What?"
Crawford with a Prime chain, son.
That was wild.
Fair fucking play. I've said this from RIP. Logan Paul and KSI, but I would say if you're talking about marketers, Logan might be the biggest genius in the influencer world. He's a genius. And KSI is right there with him. They've done such a good job with Prime. You can't, as far as getting it in front of eyes, you can't deny it. But we'll talk about Logan in a separate video. I want to talk about the announcement that came after that. They're calling this the Prime card, and we'll speculate maybe on a different video. We'll try to build out the entire card. I think that'd be fun for the people because we've done that before. I think that would be something they'll want to see. Talk to me about now what we've found out. I found this out on the plane yesterday. It is going to be officially KSI versus Tommy Fury in the main event.
Wow, dude. Because I was just like, it's never going to happen. Remember?
I didn't think so either, man. I thought, okay, listen, Tommy's going to be too difficult. The Furies are just going to up the price, and that's going to be it.
Right. I thought it was going to be negotiation issues, but here we are.
Here we are. Now, I'll give you some details on this. I think Mams came out and said yesterday the fight will be at 183 pounds.
I heard that 183. Okay.
So JJ did give up a couple of pounds. And again, it's crazy to watch Tommy beg for a couple of pounds on JJ. It's hilarious. It's going to be 8 rounds, 3 minutes, I think was also confirmed now by Mams.
8 threes.
8 threes. It's the first time KSI's going 8.
Going 8, correct.
Big time. Big time. And then no BBBFC, not a pro-sanctioned bout. This will be a PBA bout again, which, again, not a fucking huge deal to me. Like, people are going to be like, oh, it's not on our pro record. We've seen it with our eyes. It's 10-ounce gloves, 8 rounds, 3. Like, that's the only thing. That Box Strike's not going to put it on a record. I don't care. We're getting the fight. And plus, the PBA allows for all the influencers to be on this card. That's why.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That is the exact reason why they're doing this. So why would you just screw all that up by going, okay, BBBFC? For a Jake fight, I get it, because that's a sticking point. For this one, it wasn't. So walk me through it, man. What do you think? Just first thoughts here.
8 rounds, first time for JJ. We already know it's a tough fight.
Yeah.
You know, and I know JJ's been known for his gas tank, you know?
Yep. His pace, for sure.
Is his pace, but he also expends a lot of energy, and he does get tired. He just fights well while being tired.
He just fights through it.
Right. He fights through it, but he still gets very sloppy, and he's very available during those times. So he just fights well when he's tired, but he still gets tired. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a really good poker face.
Right. He doesn't look the same as the rounds go on.
Right.
It's not like when guys don't have good cardio, they look the same. They're still, balancing. They're still moving the same. He's just a straight dog.
He just goes
so
dog
even though
mode.
he's tired, he's not looking to recover really. Only time I've ever seen him try to recover is during the Logan KSI 2.
Yep. After he got knocked down.
Other than that, just forward pressure, looking for things, no care in the world. And again, I feel like Tommy, it's tough because JJ has to be super sharp. You know how he trains a certain way, and then when he fights, he's better in a way because he rises to the moment, to the occasion.
Different way,
but he's super available.
Yeah.
He gets, just the openings are there. He's there to be exposed, especially on fight night because he just gets so emotional. And I just worry with a guy like Tommy with that jab, the range, the guy who has the experience, right? And he has the youth. We're not talking. I forgot his name. I'm not even kidding, dude.
You mean billionaire boxer himself? Joe Fournier?
Yes, Joe Fournier. That's crazy. I'm not even kidding. Just leave it up to
and
the
people
boomer.
try to tell me
personal.
that Joe is a big name. Let me tell you, brother. Fuck out of here. Anyway,
Okay.
yes, Joe.
Yeah, but Joe Fournier is not Tommy Fury.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You may look at their records and be like, oh, look, whatever. Not the same.
No.
Not the same.
Not even close, dude.
So I don't know. Do I believe JJ can do it? Yes, because I've been in this situation before with JJ, thinking, I don't know how he's going to do this. And then he does it.
Bro, it's combat sports. At the end of the day, it's combat sports. And regardless, if we try to put a percentage on this, I would say it's a 90-10 fight. You could even say 95-5. Like, JJ has very little shot to win, but he does have a shot, right? And the combat sports, I mean, listen, we looked at it this week. Who thought Terrence Crawford was going to knock down Errol Spence 3 times and put him away dominant fashion, son? Nobody.
Well,
nobody. You thought it was going to be that dominant?
I thought
he was going to win and knock him out, but I didn't think he was going to knock him down early.
Right.
And do it again.
I wasn't surprised, but we could talk about another video. I just wasn't surprised, but we could talk about that later.
Fair. And did you think that Justin Gaethje was going to head kick Dustin Poirier and knock him out?
No.
You see what I'm saying here?
Yes. I know. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is a fight that Tommy should win, but JJ is a guy who wins fights like this. He wins when he only has a 10% chance. I think he would agree that he's not supposed to win on paper.
Right.
And he relishes in a moment like that.
Well, that's why I pulled this quote up. He gave a quote to somebody, but it's on DAZN's Twitter here. It says, I came back to boxing to show the world the crazy levels I'm at. After this fight, you'll understand that I am truly that guy. Like, KSI doesn't see this as I'm trying to outbox Tommy. He just wants to show that he's going to, and I think even in his tweet he said this. He wants to show he can do something that Jake couldn't, and that nobody else in influencer boxing could. It isn't even just necessarily about Jake, maybe. It's more so about, I'm the best guy here, and I'm going to show you why. Right,
and fair play. He's done it he's done it every time.
Yeah.
So every time he's been asked to rise to the occasion, he's been an underdog. He's pulled out victorious W's. So
here's the thing. When you look at the fight,
goes up.
Exactly. But the problem is confidence only goes so far as well, right?
Right. There is the end of the line, and this may be it.
This could be it. Now, we're going to break this fight down probably multiple times over. We have 3 months to get there, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, 2 months now, but still. There is so many factors at play here. Why do you think KSI, outside of the confidence, the ego, the wanting to prove, what do you think he saw in Tommy that made him take this fight and say, that's how I can expose him? That's where I win, because I have my thoughts.
I just think maybe the low guard, the jab, Tommy looks available at times. So I think JJ thinks he can use his speed, his unique style that he's been working on, the MVPS, what he's been doing at over at Shoot. So I think that he just believes in his unique ability to find the punch, to find to land the shot, right? And I think that he thinks that, I could do it against Tommy. He's a guy that is available. He does get hit. His hands are low. He does get tired. Those muscles blow up. I can use my footwork and my speed. Even though I'm lighter, I can use it to my advantage.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
He believes in his power. So he believes that if he catches him,
100%,
he catches anybody, he's going to hurt him.
I agree with all of that. And I think that when you said, if he catches him, he can hurt him. Whereas Jake caught him with shots, didn't hurt him necessarily. I mean, maybe hurt him, but not in a way that was, okay, Tommy's on wobbly legs. This could be the change in the fight, right?
Right.
I think you're 100% right when you say JJ is looking to land maybe some of those same specific shots, but just believes in his power that much more.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I think it is. I don't think he's looking at this like, I can outbox him in this way. I can outdo. No. He's looking at specific openings behind Tommy's jab. And I'm gonna pull up a clip here, and I know people get tired of me doing this, but I have to show it. This is what I think JJ saw. If I can find it. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in this first round. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, right? Because let's be honest about something. JJ absolutely looked at this fight and looked at Jake and said, okay, where did he take advantage? Where was he successful? And it was right here. In these moments where Tommy saw that right hand, But there was a few times where Tommy walks into that right hand, and I think there's even one time where Jake catches him.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do a proper breakdown on this fight. I think would be fun to come back into the KSI and Tommy fight to do a proper breakdown on this full thing. But Jake is able to catch Tommy with a right hand, and I don't know where it is. I want to say it's maybe even before this. But you see, even as Tommy enters range, there's a lot of herky-jerky movements, right? It's a lot of Tyson Fury-esque, but there's openings here, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's openings.
I think JJ believes in his awkwardness, too.
Yeah, of course.
And as an advantage, which it is.
It should be, absolutely.
Correct.
Now, I'm trying to find this one clip. There it is. That's the one right there.
Right.
This is what JJ, I almost can 1,000% say he saw and went, the eyes lit up. Went, oh, okay, I can put him down. Because this happens, and dude, if it does, and JJ throws that fucking sledgehammer, I'm not sure that it, like, that is the great equalizer. That right there.
Oh.
That's the one, dude. Now, again, we're talking
Beautiful
about.
Shot by Jake.
Yeah, it was a great shot. To get under the jab here and just roll that bitch over. Yappa. Boom.
He's the only reason that was less power is because Tommy decided to double jab there.
Yeah.
So the second jab, his forearm catches Jake's inside of his bicep a little bit. Because look, Tommy throws a double jab, the second one.
Yeah.
And it hits his arm. If he
Frames
doesn't throw a double jab,
he might be on the ground.
Yeah.
Boom. And Jake doesn't, I mean,
For
he lands
sure.
it flush, buddy. Boom.
But it's still, that little bit to the forearm does take quite a bit off.
Of course. And
Tommy
comes
Tommy
in
just
chin
does
high,
one
too.
jab there. If he just does one jab there, it may be.
So that's what I think. Yeah, bro. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But also, there's a ton of different factors, like you said. Potentially the pace and Tommy. Tommy. Here's the thing too, though. We have to talk about. And this is I said this the other day. He has now had one fight under big time pressure, big time bright lights, 8 rounds. He went the full distance. JJ's getting a better Tommy than I think. Well, we'll see how much, that money is affecting him. That's another thing we have to talk about. Tommy got stupid big after this fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that man is dad botted up, son. You and him for dad bod championship, dog. Run that one. Run that shit. But
God dang it.
You're going to get a Tommy that's now more experienced in these main events. Big time moment, tons of pressure. That's the big disadvantage I see with JJ this time around. Tommy's done it already. If you were going to get him, that Jake's the first time might have been the best chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I think. But regardless,
there's that, yes, but I just feel like Tommy, based on his track record, because he got Jake, may underestimate JJ.
That's what I'm saying with the big, I'm saying him talking about, I don't need to train for this, getting a little out of shape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And JJ's not the guy to do that to.
Oh, bro.
Because you may see him like that, but he's the type of guy that, okay, you're going to overlook me?
Yep.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Watch this, son.
So there's that, man. Listen, there's a lot to talk about with this fight. We're going to break down. I think it would be fun to do a full breakdown on this one and a full breakdown on
definitely, man.
JJ's fights and stuff, and we'll maybe do that.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly. And we'll maybe do that
quite literally
as the breakdown, maybe. As the fight gets closer, we'll take a look at that. But these are our initial thoughts. Give me a percentage. Because I said 90-10. Maybe that's a little slanted. Yeah. But 80-20 to 90-10.
I don't think Tommy's that good.
I don't think Tommy has to be great. I think he has to do a couple things right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I also expect JJ to be better.
That's what I'm waiting on, because again, it's so tough to judge JJ fights, because when you look at the Joe Fournier fight, you see some things different, and then in a flash, it's over, and you're like, "Fuck!"
But I think he knew that what he was going to do to Joe Fournier.
I think we all did.
Yeah, so there's a difference there. When you're training, it's just different. So again, we're all human. So you look at JJ going through the Joe Fournier fight. His training. Remember, he had some issues. He talked about his struggles in camp.
Yep.
Just training and things like that. He had some injuries, I think, in camp. I think his orbital bone or something like that was his eye. Was that fight?
I don't know.
Was it Joe Fournier?
Maybe.
I remember he had an injury, like a broken nose or something.
No, the broken nose was before that, wasn't it? He got messed up. It might have been no, you're right. It might have been the 48 fight. He got messed up. He got hit with something big, I remember. And he had the fucking swelling and shit.
Right, but and when you have adversity in a camp, and especially if you think, like coming from me, like if you are versing a guy that you probably know you can beat,
mm-hmm.
you're like, do I have to go through this much adversity? Because
right.
I know I'm going to beat this guy.
Right.
But if JJ's fighting like a Logan Paul, like a Jake Paul, or like a Tommy Fury, the level of intensity is going to be even higher than it's ever been.
Gotta be.
So I know that I know it's already is, and I know it's going to be. I already know this dude's been turning up. Like that's how he's wired.
Yeah.
So I expect an even better version, right? So I'm thinking more 70-30 or 75-25.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? I give JJ definitely over 20%.
Okay.
Just because he's done it. Also, he's done it.
He's done it.
He's done it when he wasn't supposed to.
Right.
Multiple times.
There are levels of not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's the hard part. It's like, yeah, you weren't supposed to beat Logan, but it was Logan on his first and second fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the hard part. It's like, this is Tommy Fury, not to say like, oh, Tommy Fury, but he has been boxing since he was fucking 9 years old, and he does have 9 professional fights, and he has now main evented in front of, you know, hundreds and thousands of people online, and however many people were there. Like, it's a little different, but I do think we have to see the best version of JJ. We have to.
Oh, have to be. That's no question.
No coming out flat. No, which he never really does. He's kind of switched on from rip, but no.
Yeah, never flat.
Yeah. I wonder how his warm-ups are, too, because I like you hear about like Conor McGregor and guys that are quick starters just getting rounds in the back. I wonder if JJ is one of those guys that just like gets a couple rounds of legit, like, I'm going to beat the hell out of somebody for about 2 rounds just to get warmed up.
I'm sure he get what I've seen in the past, what I'm trying to remember, is that he gets a good sweat going. By the time he's walking out, he's
had a couple in the bank already.
He's ready to go. He's already
ready.
Steam coming from his ears, bro. By the time he's walking out there, fire breathing
dragon. Listen, we're not dragging this video out any longer. We're gonna let you guys decide down in the comments what happens in this fight. What percentage do you give KSI to win this thing? I think I'll stick around 80-20. You're gonna go 75-25. I think it's one of the biggest moments in influencer boxing, this fight, for a variety of reasons. The risk, the reward, everything. Comment section. You let me know if you agree. On October 14th in Manchester, the hometown of Tommy Fury and influencer boxing.
I can't take no